We observe today not a victory of party, but a celebration of freedom.
All right, so we got Jack Black all loaded up. We're gonna go make some fun runs and kind of test it out. We haven't done a whole lot of actual legit passes on the street. We think it'll be good. Everything still seems pretty safe, but I mean, obviously you never know. We got the 200 shot jets in it right now, so theoretically it should be like an 1190, 1180 truck. With some of the stuff that's down there, I don't think we'll get like completely gapped, but I don't know how many we're actually gonna win. But it's all just for fun. We've been down there once before, getting kind of like the lay of the land, getting familiar, meeting some people. But we're all loaded up and about to head out. Got the bottle heater on? Yeah. All right. Is the bottle already open? Yeah. Okay.
Brandon told us you guys run like 1220, 1230 on the bottom.
Yeah.
Is it just stock motor?
Bone stock bottom end with China heads.
We're just trying to figure out
Why it's so slow?
Yeah.
But it would have sat longer. You gonna line them up? Pedal it. One of the guys here pointed out that our pinion angle might be why we're having some like 60-foot issues. I'm not opposed to constructive criticism, so everything he was saying was totally welcomed. It's something that we'll address probably this coming week. This time he seemed to pedal it, and it was a lot closer. I don't know what the finish line was like, but it might have been like a 1-car, 2-car gap. I don't know. But that car, his Malibu is a big block car, and obviously we're very stock small block with, I'm not sure if he was spraying it or not. What is he doing? I do not understand him. Oh man, talk about cringe city, am I right? That sucked. It's a few days later, but I'm still just embarrassed by that whole night. That did not go as planned at all. We knew the truck needed some final adjustment, but my lord does it need some final adjustment. It's a few days later, like I said, so we've already made some changes to the pinion angle. We think that's a whole lot closer to where it needs to be. I built the rear end, it's my fault. We kicked it down a lot more, just put some wedges in there. It looks a lot better. A little bit more confident in it. Haven't had a chance to test it out. It's been raining for like 3 or 4 days now. We need to kick the nitrous fuel pressure down a little bit. It's a little too high. I think it's at, what was it, 6 or 7? And everybody there, they're a whole lot more experienced with nitrous than we are, and they were like, no, you want that about 4.5 to 5. All right, I think one guy said his was at 4.5, the other guy said his was at 5.5, so we'll split the difference, we'll call it 5. That's what we'll aim for. And then we knew that the carburetor on it was too small, but it was the best of what we had available, and we don't have a whole lot of money. We can't just go out and buy a brand new carburetor, even though they are only like 400 bucks, 500 bucks, whatever it is. That's a lot of money to us to just be dropping on a toy, basically. And YouTube does not pay that well, contrary to what you may think. So yeah, that sucked. Let's just be honest, it sucked. We sucked, the truck sucked, everybody sucked except Homeboy's orange Malibu. That thing rolled out. And he did say, I think I said earlier in the video that it was a big block on nitrous, but he wasn't spraying. He did tell us later that he was spraying. He might have just been saying that just to try and make us feel better, but I don't know. I hope he was spraying, that way that gap doesn't feel so far. We know that the truck needs some work. For how much power the engine should be making, there's no reason it should be spinning that much on pretty fresh-ish slicks. So we definitely have some suspension shit to figure out. Like I said, kick the pinion angle down. We might steal the slapper bars off Goldie Hawn and throw on it. I don't know. We'll see about that later, because I'd like to get some of the speed engineering like traction bars. What else? Oh, speaking of Goldie Hawn, a lot of you guys have been asking me about it, like where's she been, what's going on with it? Basically it's just been torn down and sitting, waiting. I think today is actually exactly 3 weeks since I pulled the transmission out and took it to Ray to get rebuilt. He's just swamped with work. But yeah, he's got the transmission all torn down. Today, as I'm filming this, it's Sunday. Tomorrow he's gonna get all the parts ordered. He's putting beefier clutches and steels in it, and upgraded pistons and stuff like that. Just gonna go through it, try to build it pretty stout. Hopefully by the end of the week, that'll get buttoned up and I can throw that back in the truck. And then hopefully Goldie will be back. And once I get kind of comfortable that the transmission problems are all figured out, because the truck was working fine for, well, like 4 months, and then I just lost third and fourth. So I'm pretty sure it's an actual like internal thing with the transmission and not electrical or anything like that. Anyway, once the transmission problems are figured out, I've got some other goodies over here that I haven't really shown you. I'll give you guys a sneak peek. So I teased those in a recent video. I've got another one sitting in the back of Goldie Hawn. These are some 5-lug axles. This is Scott's beef ass shaft. That's a parachute mount that doesn't go to Goldie Hawn. That goes to this car, not the Fiero. That goes to one over here that I haven't shown you yet. That'll probably be the next video. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen that car and you know how excited I am about it. And then along with those, I'm going to put the smallest pulley I have on Goldie Hawn and just send it. I was talking to Dick Ham about it and he said just weld the socket right to the front of it and make all the boost. I think if I crank it up, I hope that the small pulley makes closer to like 11 or 12, but it might not. We'll see. And then once this season's kind of over with, I'm gonna throw this in it. It's a 6-liter. And I'm going to switch the truck over to turbo. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with everything there. This thing's all looking good. I just need to eventually throw a cam in it, gap the rings. Everything else is looking pretty good. So just gotta wait until I can afford shit. So I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys don't give us too much shit in the comments about how much we sucked. But we deserve it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. We'll see you next time.